Good afternoon, I'm Kathleen. Getting ready to edit a video for the next couple hours, and I got a package in the mail today. I can't show you, there's a copyright thing on it, but it's one of those books. It's just a little paperback, and I'm gonna have to write in it in pencil. I need to find a good pencil. But it's one of those books that you fill out when well, you should probably do it if you have kids and you have things that you need to let your family know, either your spouse or your kids know what you want done when you die. So I've been wanting one of these books for a long time. Just a basic, it's not very expensive. The pages look like a coloring book, actually. That's what it reminds me of, the print. And the paper. Kind of almost, yeah, it's almost coloring book quality. But there's a copyright thing, so I can't show you. It's like on the second page. So I'm not going to even show you the cover to that or tell you what it's called, but there's a bunch of different ones that you can get. I don't know how Dinky's doing. If you watched the video from yesterday, I went to pick him up. I didn't have to, but I did. My daughter was really worried about him, and she didn't want to leave him by himself and go to work. So I went and got him. She came in the middle of the night to pick him up and take him home. And I'm waiting to hear how he's doing. So there's Bonnie. She's just chilling out there. Her and Butter got along a lot better last night, until I got on the phone with my daughter when she was on her way to pick them up. And I said, they haven't had any issues. And as soon as I said that, Butter growled and snapped at Bonnie. Me and my big mouth. So they were doing fine. And Bonnie was all up in her face multiple times, and Butter didn't do anything, didn't react. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with those two. Butter gets along great. Apparently she has that issue with other dogs too, not just Bonnie, except for Dink. She doesn't do that with Dinky. He's, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go work on my video. I've got my paint clothes back on, and I'm going to try and paint too. I don't know if my daughter's going to be able to come and help me today. We'll see. I guess it's a Thanksgiving cactus. I always called all of these Christmas cactuses, but no, apparently the one that blooms earlier. Let's see, my mushroom needs to be dusted. It's so pretty. I had a bunch of these in Germany. I would just take cuttings from it and stick it in the dirt and make another one. I had them all over my windowsills when I lived there. I got some of it, some of the bathroom outlined. That the Kills has a weird texture to it. I don't know what's going on with that, but it seems to drip really easy, and then it like doesn't want to stick to the wall. You want to go out? We should go feed the birds. You think so? Maybe? It's cold out there. Let's go feed the birds. Where's your ball? Oh. Bonnie. Let's go inside. I thought the celery was dead. It's not dead. So cold. You want to go inside? Just leave the birds alone. Come on. I'm still working on yesterday's video. It's so cold out there. I think it's like 35 degrees. I haven't looked at the temperature. So I'm gonna warm up some coffee and warm up some leftovers. I really want another one of those burritos. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was the Al Pastor burrito with the pork in it. Pork that was cooked in onions and pineapple. Oh, it was so good. But I am trying to save money, so I'm not going to get one, at least not now. I think I mentioned in my last video, and yeah, I added it to the end of the video from last night that it kind of ended abruptly because my daughter came and picked up Dinky and Butter after midnight. So, which I was awake anyway, so it didn't matter. Anyway, he's still doing fine. She said he is napping. It's now after 4 in the afternoon on Sunday. So it's been about 24 hours since he ate those chicken bones. So hopefully it'll all go through his system. She's keeping an eye on him. She's off for a couple days, so I don't know if she's coming to help me paint. I want to finish this video that I'm working on, that I'm editing first before I start working on the bathroom. I don't know what I'm going to make. Oh, I was talking about the burritos and then I got sidetracked. So I'm going to try and duplicate those burritos after I get... So I got sidetracked even again. I keep getting sidetracked. So I mentioned the burritos because I'm thinking about trying to duplicate them at home when I get my Social Security check. The first paycheck, my retirement check, most of that goes to my mortgage and a bunch of bills. Well, a few bills that are due in the beginning of the month. A few weeks ago, I contacted my car insurance and got that payment moved to towards the end of the month so that I could pay it with my Social Security, because it was getting really tight the first of the month with all my other bills, and it didn't leave a lot of money to buy a little food to get through. Like, I need toilet paper, and we're having game night, so I was going to pick up some cheeses and meats and maybe some olives for my charcuterie board. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Not going to make a giant charcuterie because everybody's going to bring something and we always have way too much food. But I want to get at least a couple different cheeses and a couple different meats to put on it. I know you're supposed to do, I've been looking at the different recipes and stuff, different ways to make them, and you're supposed to do a 3, 3, and 3. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do a couple meats, a couple cheeses, and I'm probably gonna go to Aldi's because I like their cheese selection. And I'm gonna get some crackers. I have a little bit of club crackers left, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I want a couple different kinds of crackers, so I might use some of the club crackers that are in there and some other kind of cracker. So yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit. I like having a little bit of money in the beginning of the month when I get my retirement check so that I can buy a few things that I need. And when I go, I'm gonna pick up this free bag of dog food for Bonnie. Yes, for Bonnie. It's only a 4-pound bag of free dog food that I got with it's a coupon that I got with the Humane Society when I adopted her. So, gonna pick that up. It's in the same town as Aldi's is. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and duplicate those burritos, and I'm gonna try and make a Indian dish that I found a video to. I can't remember the name of it, but I have the spices I need written down. I need to look at the recipe again because I need to make sure I have all the ingredients. I have so much in the freezer that I need to eat up, and I made too much rice. So last night I gave some of the food that I made for the dogs. I gave it to my daughter to take home and give to Dinky today, and some extra rice so she could make some up for his second meal, because she's going to have to give Butter some too, so that he has some kind of soft dog food to eat. What are you doing? Yeah, what you doing? So I did laundry last night. I washed pillows that were on the couch and instead of the couch cover. So I think I'm going to wash the couch cover too if I remember tonight, because I'm going to start working on the living room after I paint the bathroom and start putting the Christmas tree up. But I'm going to have to move the piece of furniture that has my record player and speakers and stuff on it and all my records. It's also a storage area for things that I don't normally use. Good thing it's on wheels, but I'm going to move it probably into the back bedroom, so I have room for my Christmas tree in there. I have a very small living room, so yeah, and I still want to be able to use the Wii, so Yeah, I don't want to put the tree on that end. I want to put it on the right end so I have room to play with the Wii. So I'm going to find something to eat. I don't know what I'm going to eat. I have ribs and sauerkraut in here, and I have white rice. I made too much rice. I think I was starting to tell you that, and then I got off track again. Yeah, I made so much extra rice. I sent some home with my daughter. I'm going to use some to make her next batch of meals with, probably in the morning. But yeah, I need to eat some of that rice too with this. So I'm going to thaw this out and then warm it up. I'm also trying to think of things to do for the members. I think I have 4 now. 3 or 4. I don't remember. I think I have 4 members now. So I need to do some content for them. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to think of something. If you have any ideas, let me know. Even if you're not a member and you have some ideas for something. Also, I am going to try to go to a flower show in the spring. So I've got to save for that. I have, so my me money to work with YouTube and stuff, and go on little trips and stuff. I said in my video 2 days ago, a couple days ago, that I was gonna allocate $100 a month. So this place is under 8 hours away from me, so I would have to spend the night. I talked to my daughter about it yesterday to kind of take her mind off of Dinky because she was really worried. And she said she would probably go with me. So when I get my Social Security, I think I'm going to buy the tickets. The tickets aren't very much. They're like $10. So that's going to be in early spring. And it's kind of down south, so at least I won't be driving in snow and ice, I hope. I need to warm this up. I made so much rice. This was full before my daughter took some home. So I made these, the sauerkraut and ribs probably a month ago. It's one of the dishes that my mom made when I was growing up. White short grain rice with, she would cook sauerkraut and pork ribs together and then put these over the rice. Really simple. Don't even, don't really need to do anything with them because the flavor of the sauerkraut and the meat. I think I'm only going to eat one of these ribs, and I might eat the rest, the last one, for dinner. And I tossed the lid already because it's already one meal big enough for me. So I'm going to go eat it. Cutting up some of this squash for Bonnie's food. And I think I'm going to use I'm going to use all of the seeds, and for a snack I'm going to air fry them after I get them all out of, and I'm going to cook this for me. I think I'm going to use I was just going to chop them real small, but I think I'm going to use the blender. Okay, I got my delicata squash seeds and my delicata squash, and I'm going to air fry these. So here is Bonnie's food for tomorrow. It's very orange. I should have put her I should have put the persimmons in the food processor too. I usually do that, but I don't know why I didn't this time. Hopefully she doesn't leave a trail of chunks in my floor. So this is her food done. I took a pastry blender and kind of mushed some of the bigger chunks up, but I don't know. What do you put in your dog food if you make your own? I have sweet potatoes, more squash that I can use, but I think I'm going to get some green beans tomorrow, carrots, maybe peas. Yeah, a variety. What you doing, Bonnie? What? Do you smell that food? It smells good. It really does. I might leave you out some, even though you already had your dinner. I'll put some in a bowl and let her taste it. My squash seeds, I've eaten over half of them. I decided instead of the the rest of the sauerkraut and pork ribs, I'm gonna make some little mini pizzas with my homemade English muffins. So I thawed out some pizza sauce earlier, and I toasted my English muffin so it wouldn't get soggy. I don't have a lot of stuff I can put on it, so I thawed out some bell peppers that I had in the freezer from my garden. Okay. Some onions. I have a tiny bit of mozzarella cheese left, so I'm gonna use all of it. I think I'm gonna go to Aldi's tomorrow. I think I might have said that earlier. And get a few things. I think I'm going to go from $200 a month for food to $300 because I keep going over. My garden is almost gone except for a few things, so can't just go out in the garden much anymore and get anything. And this is cheddar cheese I got. I grated. I don't know why I keep calling it shredded. I think because when you buy it, it's called shredded. I don't know. Is it called? Yeah, it's called shredded. I don't shred it, I grate it. Right? Okay. So now I'm going to air fry these, I think. Maybe not. I don't want them to burn, and I have a bad habit of not checking when I air fry because there's set settings for time. You can't just in fact, I can take it off the stand. I think I'm just gonna bake it. And that way I can put a specific time and it won't overcook. There's 12, 15, and 22 minutes on the thing, and I think 12 minutes in the air fryer might be too long, so we're gonna bake it for 5 minutes at 375 to start off with. I also might just saute these two together for an omelet in the morning. That way I can get up, try to get up early. Yeah, it's after 8 already. I'm not gonna paint my daughter, so I talked to my daughter earlier and she told me to just wait. She told me to leave the painting and she would come over and do it when she was off. But she doesn't have that much time off. So I'm going to keep plugging at it, at least do the parts I can do. There's some, I guess I'm going to have to try and sit on the floor and reach up. The worst part is going to be over the bathtub, because it's too high for me to stand and paint, and I'm going to have to stand on something in the tub and do it. I'm hoping she can come by next week and work on it. She does have tomorrow off, but she's worried that the dogs are going to be too overexcited, and she's read that if they're running and playing, it just exacerbates the possibility that one of the chicken bones could perforate their intestines. So she wants to keep him home in a quiet area, and I don't really blame her. She thinks Butter may have eaten some too now, but yeah, she's watching both of them, so I'll just keep plugging on. I don't think I'm going to get it done by Wednesday, the rate I'm going. I did stick them in the air fryer for a few minutes after all. So I think I'm going to eat these, go to bed early tonight, and I'm sauteing up those veggies so they'll be done by the morning, for my omelet before I head out. So thank you all for watching. Take care. Hopefully the next, well, I'll have a shopping haul, a very small one tomorrow, and I might take you somewhere, a little shop that I wanted to go see. I might even go, I don't know. We'll see. There's a little shop that I kind of want to go visit, and I don't know if I can videotape in there, but I might be able to. Just gonna look around for some charcuterie, maybe one item for my charcuterie board. Hopefully I can think of more exciting things to do besides make dog food and English muffins. This is my life though. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the new members. I don't have their little handles with me, but I did thank them on the community post, so hopefully they saw those. Also, thank you to the new subscribers. I think I lost a couple too. So, oh well. Y'all take care. Bye.